Traveling the world is a dream for many, but geopolitical tensions and safety concerns can make some destinations off limits. In 2024, several countries pose significant challenges for American travelers, whether due to strained diplomatic relations, political instability, or strict visa requirements. Today, we're delving into the top 10 countries where Americans find it tough, if not impossible, to visit. Each of these places has unique reasons for its inaccessibility, from ongoing conflicts to stringent travel policies. Let's explore why these countries are on the no-go list and what you might be missing out on due to these travel restrictions. Number 10. Venezuela. Venezuela, a country known for its stunning natural beauty, from the Andes Mountains to the Caribbean coastline, is currently embroiled in a severe political and economic crisis. The U.S. Department of State advises against all travel to Venezuela due to crime, civil unrest, poor health infrastructure, kidnapping, and the arbitrary arrest and detention of U.S. citizens. Getting a visa is a complicated process since there's no Venezuelan embassy in the U.S. You'll need to apply through an embassy in a third country. Despite its incredible attractions like Angel Falls, the world's highest waterfall, and the Los Roques Archipelago, known for its pristine beaches, the current instability makes Venezuela a risky destination for travelers. The country's ongoing crisis has made it difficult for even the most intrepid travelers to navigate the bureaucratic hurdles and safety concerns. Number 9. Libya. Libya, another country where ongoing conflict makes it a no-go zone for American tourists, has seen its share of turmoil since the 2011 civil war. The U.S. Department of State strongly warns against all travel to Libya due to crime, terrorism, kidnapping, and armed conflict. The attack on the U.S. ambassador during the Benghazi incident further strained Libya-U.S. relations. Tourist visas are currently not being issued due to the political instability, but business visas can be obtained under strict conditions. Even then, the process is fraught with challenges and requires extensive documentation and approvals. Travelers are advised to register their plans with the U.S. Embassy through the Smart Traveler Enrollment Program to ensure some measure of safety and oversight. Number 8. Syria. Syria, a country ravaged by civil war since 2011, remains one of the most dangerous places for American travelers. The U.S. Department of State advises against traveling to Syria due to terrorism, civil unrest, kidnapping, and armed conflict. The war has decimated the country's infrastructure and severely strained U.S. relations. Obtaining a visa for Syria is a complicated and lengthy process, requiring applications through a third country since the Syrian embassy in Washington, D.C. suspended operations in 2014. Traveling to Syria could have significant future travel implications, such as being denied entry to other countries due to having a Syrian stamp in your passport. Despite its rich history and cultural sites like Damascus and Aleppo, the ongoing conflict and humanitarian crisis make Syria an extremely dangerous destination. Number 7. Turkmenistan. Turkmenistan, known for its eccentric former president and the flaming door to hell crater, is one of the most challenging countries for Americans to visit. Strict visa policies and limited diplomatic relations add to the difficulty. You'll need to apply through the embassy in Washington, D.C. and arrange your tour through a Turkmen travel agency for a letter invitation. Independent travel in Turkmenistan is almost non-existent. Most tourists are required to book guided tours for the duration of their stay. The process can take several weeks, and approval isn't guaranteed. Despite these challenges, Turkmenistan offers unique attractions for intrepid travelers, including vast deserts, ancient ruins, and striking modern architecture. However, the stringent travel policies reflect the country's cautious approach to foreign visitors. Number 6. Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, governed under strict Islamic law, used to have very restrictive visa policies. However, things changed in 2019 with the introduction of a new tourist visa as part of the Vision 2030 program, aimed at diversifying its economy beyond oil. Now, Americans can apply for a tourist visa online, and the process is relatively straightforward and quick. Women under 25 must be accompanied by a family member, and while the dress code has been relaxed, women are still expected to dress modestly. Saudi Arabia is home to several UNESCO World Heritage Sites like Diriyah and the rock art of the Heo region. The new visa policies have made it easier for tourists to explore the country's rich history and culture, but it's important to respect local customs and regulations. Number 5. Eritrea. Eritrea, often compared to North Korea due to its reclusive policies, is another challenging destination for American travelers. The US and Eritrea have strained relations over issues like human rights and the detention of US Embassy local employees. Obtaining a tourist visa is notoriously difficult, with approval often arbitrary and the process taking several months. Even with a visa, your freedom to explore is limited. You'll need a travel permit from the Eritrean government to go outside the capital, Asmara. Despite these hurdles, those who do visit speak of Eritrea's unique appeal. From Asmara's Art Deco architecture to the stunning landscapes of the Dahlak archipelago. The stringent travel policies and limited diplomatic engagement make it a difficult but intriguing destination. Number 4. Cuba. Despite thawing relations between the US and Cuba, travel restrictions still exist due to the long-standing embargo. American tourists can visit under 12 authorized categories, such as family visits, journalistic activity, and support for the Cuban people. The most commonly used category is support for the Cuban people, which requires a full-time schedule of activities that promote civil society. Obtaining a Cuban tourist card or visa is straightforward, usually available through your airline when booking flights. The card is pink for flights from the US and green for flights from other countries. While travel to Cuba has become easier in recent years, it still requires careful planning and adherence to specific regulations. Number 3. Bhutan. Bhutan's unique tourism policy is designed to protect its environment and culture. The country limits the number of tourists and charges a daily fee of $200 to $250. This fee includes accommodation, meals, a licensed tour guide, transportation, and a sustainable tourism royalty. While the fee might seem high, it's an all-inclusive package that contributes directly to Bhutan's welfare. The high-value, low-impact policy promotes sustainable tourism and ensures the country's natural and cultural resources are preserved. Number 2. Iran. Iran, rich in history and culture, poses diplomatic hurdles for American travelers. Since the 1979 Iranian Revolution, US-Iran relations have been strained. Independent travel isn't allowed for US citizens, so you must be part of an organized tour led by a government-approved guide. The visa process is lengthy and requires a detailed itinerary. Guided tours can range from cultural experiences to specific interests like culinary or adventure tours. While traveling in Iran, you'll need to stick to your planned itinerary with little room for spontaneous exploration. Number 1. North Korea. North Korea tops the list due to the travel ban following the Otto Warmbier incident. Otto, a University of Virginia student, visited North Korea and was arrested in 2016 for allegedly attempting to steal a propaganda poster. He was sentenced to 15 years of hard labor and tragically died shortly after his release in a comatose state in 2017. Now, Americans wishing to travel to North Korea must obtain a special validation passport from the US Department of State, only issued under specific circumstances like journalism or humanitarian work. North Korea's isolationist stance and ongoing tensions with the US make it an incredibly difficult destination for American travelers. That wraps up our list of the top 10 countries where Americans are not welcome in 2024. If you found this information helpful, please comment below, share this video, and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. We'd love to hear your thoughts on these countries and any experiences you've had traveling abroad. Thank you for watching.